Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the new look of the week. I'm gonna try something different. Just gonna talk about a couple. I'm gonna try and do some looks of the weeks where I'm talking about some of my tunes, maybe showing bits and pieces of them, giving you guys an idea of what's behind the music. So the first one that we're gonna talk about, and this will just be in parts. I'm only gonna talk a little bit about it. Is Empress. So this is a song off a Color Light album of mine that's released on Favorite Nations. And a lot of people like this tune. It's one of my favorite tunes. Um, just to talk a little bit about inspiration behind this song. That's how basically my songwriting takes shape. Is I have to have an inspiration first. Sometimes I usually have a title. Everything, all that kind of stuff has to be done first. So what I'm saying here is this is my method, but it might be a cool thing for you guys to listen to this and trying some of this stuff on your own as an exercise. But my inspiration for this song was my wife Karina, and the title of the song is Empress. And basically, it was the inspiration behind this was our life together, how I felt when I met her, and how meeting somebody basically changes your life for the better. Hopefully, most of you have people that change it for the better. um, but So that was the inspiration behind it. So that's what I had in my head. And then what I usually do is I usually think about, sit in this room here, I think about what I want to write about, and I think about the title and how it makes me feel, and I start to fool around. I don't think about music at all. There's no music involved. I'm not thinking about what key, what friggin' mode, how fast I'm gonna play, what's with this kind of stuff. So what I tend to do is I tend to fool around on the guitar. Just start to mess around, and I started to mess around, and I ended up came up with this chord. Basically, it's a D, open D, E, and an A, and the open E. You don't play the A note. So what I did was I ended up liking that chord. And what I tend to do, and I do this in a lot of my songs, is I tend to move it around. So I take the same chord form, so I moved it to the B flat. So it's B flat, open D, C, and F. And that's on the open E. So that's basically, I started messing around, and that's how that came up with the rhythm for the song. Same chord form, I moved it up to the F. It's F, open D, G, and C on the B string. So then I went to an A minor 7. G minor with the E on top. Later on the song, that chord comes back. It comes back on this section, I'm sorry. So that's how a lot of times I mess around. I come up with chord progressions just by thinking of a chord. I come up with a chord, don't even think about what it is, and I move it around, same chord form. It's kind of a cool concept. I think you guys should try that. Then what I did was I put down the chord stuff on a tape, and then I start to jam over it. And that's basically how that intro came out, which is so it's just octaves. D, G. So it's D, G, A, B flat, and C. Then I do a little thing in A Aeolian, D Aeolian, I'm sorry. So basically the key revolves around, the melody even comes out of D Aeolian. So that's a little bit of it. I'll play a little bit of what we just heard, and we're going to continue this again, number 2, Empress number 2, and we'll talk about it next week. And I'll also talk about equipment that we use, and I'll show you some more of the riffs. So here we go. Where are you, fucker? See you next week, guys.